all the killings, what they're doing in our name, in the name of the Jews. Worse than that, in the name of the Torah, in the name of God. Even in the Muslim countries, we live peacefully. The only place where Jews are in a daily basis danger is the state of Israel. Zionism didn't serve any goodness, not for Jews and of course not for the Palestinians. Zionism only brings bloodshed and bloodshed and bloodshed, an endless river of blood. That the state of Israel will come to an end in the whole state. The whole Palestine from the river to the sea will go back to Palestinian government. And then Jews and Muslims can continue to live there together in harmony and peace. We hope it will be soon in our days, inshallah. What is my connection to Palestine? Unfortunately, the Zionists doing all the killings, what they're doing in our name, in the name of the Jews. Worse than that, in the name of the Torah, in the name of God, falsely. We often see the Zionists waving the flag of the promised land. They try to justify themselves in all the killings with the promised land, the promised land. So of course we find our duty to bring out very clearly and to show that Zionism is not Judaism at all, and Judaism is not Zionism. And I will address in the beginning this claim of the promised land. It's true, it's written in the Torah that God promised a land for the Jews. But when you look in the book of in the Torah, you will see very clearly it's written over 30 times that the promised land was only under certain conditions. If we keep a high moral of life. If not, it's written in the Torah that they will be exiled of the land. Everybody reads the Torah can see that. It's very clear. This is the part what the Zionists ignoring. And when you look after that in the books of the prophets, you see that the same God who gives the land for the Jews, He took it away from the Jews. He sent us into exile. And He besworn us with 3 oaths, not to end the exile, not to go out of exile by our own force, not to rebel against the nations, not to go up in mass to the Holy Land. Jewish people are believers in God. We are loyal to God. Loyalty to God is number 1 in the religion, not only in the Jewish religion, in all the religions. The first thing is be loyal to God. Don't rebel against Him. When God sends us into exile, we are staying in exile. We are not rebel against God. The Zionists, on the other hand, the founder of the Zionists was Ted Herzl. He was a secular Jew. He don't believe in God. He don't believe in the Torah. He didn't make even a circumcision for his own son. A circumcision really is the last thing what even secular Jews keep. This is the last thing, everybody doing that. But he was proud that he didn't make a circumcision. He don't believe in nothing. Of course, he don't believe in the exile. He don't believe that God exiles us of the land. So they have a different look. And they say, oh, why we are in exile? What we have to do to go out of exile? What should the English people do if they are in exile? They have to organize themselves, make a country, grab a piece of land. We will never do that. We have a believing God. We know we are in exile by the hands of God. And when God punishes us, we stay with the punishment. We not rebel. It's like if you have a child, he is bad, you told him, I punish you. stay in the corner for 10 minutes, and he coming out. What means that? Rebellion. Jewish people are not do such a thing. Jewish people are believers. Believing don't mean when it's light. When it's light, you see it's light. Believing people means when it looks dark, we are still believing in God. However, the Zionists don't believe in God and don't believe in the Torah. Beside of that, the hypocrisy, what the Zionists said, the promised land, who promised that? You don't believe in God. Who promised that? Where do you see this promise? In the Torah. You don't believe in the Torah. Why you don't keep Shabbos? Why you don't eat kosher? It's so hypocrisy from Netanyahu. It's no words for that. But beside that, this is even the Zionists doing the state in a free land. It's forbidden for Jews to have their own country. It's forbidden for Jewish people to have their own country, even in 1 inch of any land. Especially when the Zionists doing that on the head of other people, by killing the other people, by robbing away the land of them. It's written in the Torah, in the 10 Commandments, don't kill and don't steal. This doubles the crime 10 times more. The Zionists say we have the right to defend ourselves. But who gives you the right to be there in the first place? It's not your land. You take away someone's home and then you say I have the right to defend myself. Give it back for the Palestinian people. You don't have a right from the first day to have this land. As I can understand that the idea of Zionism is built up on non-believing in God, or don't trust in God. Judaism is built up of trusting in God. That you can understand from day one that Zionism fundamentally is completely different from Judaism. Not only different, it's completely opposite, diametrically opposite. Judaism is believing in God, trusting God. Zionism is don't trust in God, don't believe in God. The Zionists cannot speak in the name of Jewish people. The Jewish rabbis, from the beginning of Zionism, they oppose Zionism very, very, very strongly. And even in today's day, where you see people looks like me, Hasidic people, Haredi people, ultra-Orthodox people, they are almost against the state of Israel. Come to my area in Stamford Hill. They're living thousands of Jewish people. Hundreds of institutes. You won't see there even one Israeli flag in the whole area around. It's not only in my area. The same thing is in Manchester. The same thing is in Gaza, in the whole world, in Europe, in Belgium, in Antwerp, in Vienna, in Australia, in USA, in Canada, in Argentina. Everywhere in the world you see people looks like me. This type of Haredi Jews have a beard with curls, a hat with all this cover. You won't find there an Israeli flag. Because people like this type of people are against the state of Israel. In Stamford Hill there is a Jewish area. I see there many Palestinian flags. I didn't see there even one Israeli flag. By the way, we live in Stamford Hill very peacefully together with our Palestinian neighbors. All our minicab drivers are Palestinians. I lived there 38 years. I never had even one incident. We're sending the small children in school and playgroup with the Palestinian minicabs. I never had any problem. There is Jewish synagogues in Muslim mosques, side by side. When the Muslims want to build up the Kazan mosque, the Jewish councillors help them out. When the Jews want to build up the synagogues, The Muslim councils help them. There is no hatred between Jews and Muslims. My colleague will speak about it a bit later. The Zionists say Jews need to have a safe haven. Now, just open the eyes. Look, where the most dangerous place for Jews today to live? Not for Palestinians, for Jews. Go all over the world, you will come to one point. This is the state of Israel. Jews live peacefully here in England, everywhere in the whole world. Even in the Muslim countries, we live peacefully. The only place where Jews are in a daily basis danger is the state of Israel. Zionism didn't serve any goodness, not for Jews and of course not for the Palestinians. Zionism only brings bloodshed and bloodshed and bloodshed, an endless river of blood. If we don't see any end to this bloodshed. When the Zionists took over Palestine, they killed so many Palestinians and they expelled 750,000 refugees. Today, there are 5 million refugees. Just imagine what's going to be in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years. The problem gets only bigger and bigger and bigger. This didn't get better. There is no solution for that. If we Jews don't believe in a solution of a two-state solution, as I told, we have no right to rule any land, even not an inch of a land. The solution, the Torah solution is, the state of Israel have to come to an end. This bloodshed should be ending. Of course, we hope and pray for peaceful and nobody looks for bloodshed. However, the state of Israel should come to an end, and it will come to an end. I'm not a politician, but I say that just the words of the Torah. I'm a rabbi, and I just say what's written in the Torah. In the Torah, it's written by a similar situation. There are references in Numbers 14, verse 41. It was when God took out the Jewish people from Egypt, bring them up to the Holy Land. And God commanded them to stay in the desert for 40 years. But many Jewish people refused that. No, they say, we want to go up now. Prophet Moses told them, again, Numbers 14, verse 41, why do you rebel against God? You will not succeed. As believers, we believe that every word on the Torah, it's not only for that time. This is for all the times. A rebellion against God cannot be succeed as long as the state of Israel is a rebellion against God. They will not succeed. We hope and pray for a peaceful end. Nobody looks for bloodshed. People say, oh, you are crazy. It's impossible, a peaceful end. But everybody, at least everyone what is a bit in the older generation, let's say 14 over, remembers the USSR was a strong power. People thinking to bring an end to this power, it will cost millions of lives. But at the end, they disappear with even not one life. No killings at all. That shows that if there is a will, there is a way. I'm not a politician. But when the nations of the world, our government, the government of the United States, the EU, will recognize the plain fact that the state of Israel have no right to exist, this only brings bloodshed after bloodshed. The whole state of Israel is one big mistake. It's a big disaster for Jews and non-Jews together. They will understand that helping the state of Israel is not a help for the Jewish people. That doesn't help Jewish people. This only brings Jewish people into danger. This only raising anti-Semitism more and more. When they will recognize that in their will understand that the solution is only to bring an end to this land, they will find a way for that. Again, I'm finishing already. I'm not a politician. I just say the words of the Torah as a rabbi. In the Torah it's written, a rebellion against the Almighty cannot be succeed. The state of Israel cannot succeed. It's already 76 years. Sometimes God gives us give the opportunity for the evil. It takes time, but they will come to an end. 100%. And it doesn't mean Jews have to be killed. Jews have to be expelled. No. We can live in Palestine under a Palestinian government. Like we live peaceful in all Muslim countries. In Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Iran, Turkey. All over the Muslim countries, Jews live peacefully. They don't know what anti-Semitism is. The same thing we can continue to live in Palestine. Both parties, Fatah and Hamas, declared openly, we have no problem with Jews. We have a problem with occupation. We have a problem with the genocide. Jews are welcome in Palestine. Loyal citizens, as loyal citizens, they are welcome. So we hope and pray that the state of Israel will come to an end in the whole state. The whole Palestine, from the river to the sea, will go back to Palestinian government. And then Jews and Muslims can continue to live there together in harmony and peace. We hope it will be soon in our days, inshallah.